Hey everybody, Fluff here. Just doing a few garden things, and it's been a minute. We've got harvested, and I've always kind of wanted to do a little what's going on, what I do in my garden, stuff for you guys. Show you how easy kind of this whole cannabis growing thing can be, how difficult it can be. Things you should know, things you shouldn't. I just recently harvested. We're about, I don't know. It doesn't matter. The bed's empty. That's what matters. I have found some problems in my watering. So, I don't know if you can see it, but right here, I'm going to start making some videos here on this Thirsty Earth system I just picked up. It's these terracotta cups. Bury them in your soil, run water to them. They just kind of leach the water into your soil. So we're gonna give it a try. Picked it up on Black Friday. I'm real excited. I've got a couple of them lined and plumbed into the bigger bed over here. I have a smaller bed right over here you can't see right now. I'm going to show you how I buried them, how I plumbed them with the tubing and whatnot, how we run the reservoir. I'm going to give you my thoughts on it, all that good stuff. So I hope you enjoy this. We're over here in the small 2x4 bed. This is where I'm going to put 2 more of these Thirsty Earth pots. I heard, or it says that they have about about a 1.5 to 2 foot bloom on them. So I'm putting 2 in this 2x4 bed. I had some extra from the big bed over here. So kind of spaced them right in the middle. You should water this little bed really, really nice. So, super easy. I mean, you just take these and you put them in the soil. Find your spot, kind of get it marked out. They came with this awesome little fucking auger. So you can just hit it. Get the soil back out of there. And drop your little container. We're gonna take some more out of there. I want that deeper. There we go. I'm gonna fill that in. And get the hose line. Doesn't really matter. You don't have to worry about that too much. But putting one in is that simple. So there's number 1. We're gonna throw number 2 in right here. So just take. It's about the perfect size of the auger. So as soon as you get the auger to the soil level, just kind of take it out, shake the dirt off, throw her in there, and away you go. This thing has been super fun and easy to kind of put in and play with. I didn't go through too much. The instructions are pretty simple on these things. I watched a couple videos, and I'm gonna wing it because that's what we do around here. I'm excited. They seem to be well built, quality. I am ready to see how these things are gonna water. So next time, Michael. Plumbing on these is super easy. Just some tubing to those fittings, press in. Big thing I've heard definitely is make sure that you cut your connections nice and straight. Do what you can to do that. Helps prevent leaks inside these fittings. That's what I've heard. Haven't tested yet. This is just kind of my initial wiring of the running of the 4x8 bed, which isn't actually 4x8. So we got 4 in each 4x4 section. We kind of skip this middle. I'm gonna go ahead and let that happen. I use those over here because I want to, and I got that worm bin taking up some real estate. So we'll be back with more. This is the black tubing that they send with it. I am actually using these little garden pruners to cut it. They're super sharp. It works great. Cut fast, and you get a great little... Alright, for the tubing on these guys, it's pretty simple. It's all kind of just push in. So I pushed this one on in the end. This is the end of the line. So this cup has a 90 on it and not a T. If you're kind of pushing them to other cups, much like this one here that I'll be connecting to, it has a T on it, so that it has, it can get the water in and out. When I do the tubing, you don't really have to like pull a tape measure or have any of that. Give yourself a little extra room. I run it from the one cup to the other, still on the roll down here. I'll cut it about halfway in the middle of this fitting here. Like I say, just put it in there, cut fast, cut straight, and then all you have to do is push it right inside that fitting. You can lube it up if you want or something, like it. But just try to make sure they're seated. And that's all there is to it to connect the cups. And so I've got the basic, the terracotta cups. I've got them in the soil, in the beds. Got them screwed in, plugged in, drilled in. I don't know what they're in. They're in the soil now, ready to get wet. We got plumbing going to them. So we cut and connected all the tubing to the cups. Next up, we are going to be doing the reservoir. I'll be right back to show you kind of how I'm going to have it set up over here, and then kind of where the plumbing is going to go, and then we'll kind of get on to that. So we'll zip through the bed again. We got the cups. We have our plumbing all set up. It stops here. And that's going to go over to this reservoir over here. So the reservoir kind of acts off of head pressure, which means the higher that it has and the more water it has in there, the more pressure will go through the tubing into these cups, and we can adjust how much water goes to the bed that way. So right now I have it only a few inches above soil level. We're going to see how that goes. Once we kind of figure out, I'm going to get a better table or something right there too for the bucket. It's kind of ratty looking, but so we'll get this plumbed up, and then we're going to start pushing water to everything, and then we're going to kind of turn the lights on, get cover crop in here. I got some seeds popping, and then we're going to see how this system works for us. I was going through some of the parts, and I got to thinking, and so looking around to get my reservoir filled up. It comes with this. That's to run the tube. You got to put that. It's already got a fitting on the reservoir bucket. I'll show you when we get there. But you put this on there for the tubing to go through, and it came with a valve. I have some extra tubing and half-inch little kind of white stuff around, or plasticky stuff. Around here to hook up this plumbing. So I'm going to put a valve afterwards. I need to ask some questions to Thirsty Earth about head pressure and some how much they take. I probably just need to do some research on their website, to be honest. I think I've seen it somewhere. But I had the idea of putting the bucket a good maybe 3 foot above the soil level. That creates a fair amount of head pressure for these, and I don't want it to get too much. So the idea was maybe to put this valve in between and use that as a throttle to throttle back the amount of pressure or the water that can get through that line. So it's something that I think I'm going to try later after I do some research. I'm going to contact some people. I'm not just going to find out. All right, plumbing is happening. So your main line just plugs right into the bucket. We'll have to do a leak check right there. Don't want to be flooding the grow room, putting water where it ain't supposed to be. Put a 4-way here, or a nice little cross. I anchored it down to the soil. I hate when things are popped up and all over the place. So ran one to this side, ran one to this side, ran it through here, across here, over to this bed. And we are going to get ready to fill up the reservoir. Check to make sure all the cups are filling proper. And then... So I thought this part was pretty important. I watched this in one of the videos, and it was one that really stuck with me. Is there's a little screw right here. They say after you get that in, once you start putting the water to it, and take that out, make sure you got all the air purged out of the cups, and then just screw her right back in. So, kind of just making sure, be gentle, don't crack it when you do it. So, got the water in there. That means the cup's full, there's no air. Plumbing's got water going to all of it. So, now we're just gonna kind of see how... Alright, so we have all lines plumbed in. We have taken the screws out to make sure everything has been purged of air. Lines are hooked up. Water. I have not had a single leak on any of these fittings so far. Everything's good. I have all cups filled up. I do know that they're all filled. So we have everything filled right now with no leaks. We've run a few gallons through the reservoir so far. I'm going to hand fill this for a while. We're going to adjust with the height of how high this will be above the soil level. I forgot to put my valve in. I'm also going to get the valve in so that I can turn it on and off at will if I decide to put it up here. So after I contact them, we'll talk with about that. But the system is set up. It's ready to go. I buried a bunch of my new cover crop that was starting, putting these in, but it'll all pop back up. I'm excited. I want to get this going, get it nice and lush. I've got some... Alright, so I've got the thirsty earth all put in. It's in the bed. It's ready to rock. We're going to see how it does. This has been a fun little video. I think I'm going to maybe do some regular just kind of gardening with me in the garden videos. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But this has kind of been fun. I like to test out some of these things and see how they work in these gardens. You know, I don't know if this is really meant for an indoor garden, but we're going to see how it goes. So beyond that, man, if you watched, thank you. I appreciate it. Other than that, hope you all have a great day. Just wanted to give a little update on the Thirsty Earth system. Day 1, put in the bed, 4x8. You can see nice blooms of water going out. The bed seems to be nice and saturated. It took about a day to run the whole reservoir. I think that's about on par. It'll probably be good when we actually have plants in here. We put the babies, kind of gonna figure out where everybody's gonna go. I did find out one thing I'm not real stoked about. I think I may have to raise the soil level and the cups in this bed. I think maybe it draws a little too much water, being a low spot or something, but it's running water out onto the floor. There's nothing in here taking water out of this bed, so I'm not calling it its fault. So I think I just need to raise soil level up. We'll see what happens. I'll continue on. I will keep everybody updated.